Daily Speak. Learn, listen, speak.
Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Speak, English podcast. I'm David, and honestly, I'm really happy you decided to spend some time with me today. Let me start with a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. When was the last time you felt truly confident? Maybe it was this morning, or maybe you can't quite remember. And you know what? That's okay, because today we're going to talk about exactly that. Confidence. We're going to talk about what confidence really is, where it comes from, and how you can build more of it, step by step. And we'll do it in slow, clear English, so you can learn while you listen. So get comfortable, make yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and let's just talk like two friends. Let's begin. Okay, first, let's understand this word, confidence. Confidence is the feeling that you can do something. It's that quiet voice inside you that says, "Yeah, I've got this. I can handle this." Let's say it slowly. Repeat after me. Confidence. Confidence. Now, here's something I want you to know right away. Something really important. Confidence is not about being loud. It's not about being the person who talks the most at a party. Some of the most confident people I've ever met are quiet. They're calm. They don't need to prove anything. And that's real confidence. It comes from the inside, not the outside. Let's learn a natural phrase for this. Confidence comes from within. Confidence comes from within. Within means inside you. So confidence isn't something you buy or borrow or copy from someone else. It grows inside you, little by little. And here's the best part, the part I really want you to hear. Confidence is not something you're born with. Some people think, "Oh, she's just a confident person. She was born that way." But that's not true. Confidence is a skill, and a skill can be learned. Just like riding a bike or cooking or speaking English, you practice it and you get better. Say this with me. Confidence is a skill I can build. Confidence is a skill I can build. I really want you to believe that, because if confidence can be built, then you can build it too. Anyone can, including you. Now, let me tell you something honest about myself. I wasn't always confident, not even a little. When I was younger, I was shy, really shy. In school, when the teacher asked a question, I knew the answer, but I never raised my hand. Why? Because I was scared. Scared of being wrong. Scared of what people would think. Does that sound familiar? Maybe you feel the same way, especially when you try to speak English. You know the words, but something stops you, and I understand that feeling completely. So today, I'm not talking to you like a teacher who has all the answers. I'm talking to you like a friend who's been there, who felt that fear too, and who slowly learned to move past it. So let's figure this out together. Now, here's a question worth thinking about. Where does low confidence come from? Why do we sometimes feel small or not good enough? Well, I think a big part of it is our inner voice. Let me explain what I mean. Inside your head, all day long, there's a voice talking. We all have it. And sometimes that voice is not very kind. It says things like, "You're not good enough. You'll probably fail. Everyone is better than you. Don't try. You'll just embarrass yourself." Do you ever hear that voice? Most people do. And here's the problem. When you hear something again and again, you start to believe it. Let's learn an important phrase. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. This means talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend. Because think about it. If your friend made a small mistake, would you say, "You're so stupid, you always fail"? Of course not. You'd never say that to someone you care about. So why do we say it to ourselves? It doesn't make sense, does it? So the first step to building confidence is this. Change the way you talk to yourself. When that unkind voice shows up, notice it. And then, gently, choose a better thought. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "I'm learning and I'm getting better." Instead of, "I'm so bad at English," try, "My English is improving every day." Say those with me. I'm learning and I'm getting better. I'm learning and I'm getting better. My English is improving every day. My English is improving every day. It might feel strange at first, a little uncomfortable even, but keep doing it. Because slowly, that kinder voice becomes your normal voice, and that changes everything. Now, let me tell you about something that stops so many people. Fear. The fear of making mistakes. So many of us don't try things because we're afraid of failing. We're afraid of looking silly. We're afraid people will laugh. But here's a truth that changed my whole life when I finally understood it. Mistakes are not the opposite of success. Mistakes are part of success. Let me say that again because it really matters. Mistakes are part of success. Think about a baby learning to walk. That baby falls down again and again and again. Does the baby feel embarrassed? Does the baby say, "I'm so bad at walking, I give up"? No. The baby just gets up and tries again. And one day, that baby walks and then runs. You learn to walk the same way, by falling, by failing, and then by trying again. So when you speak English and you make a mistake, please don't feel ashamed. That mistake is not a failure. It's a step forward. Every mistake is teaching you something. Let's learn a lovely phrase. Every mistake helps me grow. Every mistake helps me grow. And here's something that took me a long time to realize. Most people are not judging you. Not really. They're too busy thinking about themselves. When you speak English and you make a small error, you might feel like everyone noticed, like everyone is looking at you. But honestly, they're not. They already forgot. They're thinking about their own lives, their own worries. So that fear in your head, that big fear of being judged, it's mostly not real. It feels huge, but it's much smaller than you think. Say this with me. Nobody is judging me as much as I think. Nobody is judging me as much as I think. Isn't that a relief? Just let that thought sit for a moment. Okay, so we've talked about the inner voice and about fear. Now, let's get practical. Let's talk about how to actually build confidence. Real steps you can use, starting today. Step 1. Start with small wins. Here's the thing about confidence. It grows from action, not from thinking. Not from waiting until you feel ready. From doing. But you don't have to do big, scary things. You start small, really small. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say you want to feel more confident speaking English. Don't start by giving a speech to 100 people. That's too big. Start by saying one sentence to one person. Maybe, "Hello, how are you?" to someone at a shop. That's a small win. And here's the magic. Every small win gives you a little confidence. And that little confidence helps you take the next small step. And the next one. Let's learn a phrase. Small wins build big confidence. Small wins build big confidence. So don't wait until you feel confident to start. It works the other way around. You start, and then the confidence comes. Action first, feeling second. Say this with me because it's important. I don't wait to feel ready. I start, and confidence follows. I don't wait to feel ready. I start, and confidence follows. Step 2. Prepare well. You know what gives you a huge amount of confidence? Being prepared. Think about it. If you have an important conversation coming up and you practice it before, you feel calmer. If you have a test and you studied well, you feel ready. Preparation removes a lot of the fear. For example, if you're nervous about speaking English on the phone, prepare a few sentences first. Write them down. Practice them out loud. Then, when the moment comes, you're not starting from zero. You're ready. Let's learn a phrase. When I'm prepared, I feel calm. When I'm prepared, I feel calm. So, before something that makes you nervous, ask yourself, How can I prepare a little? Even 5 minutes of preparation can make a big difference. It turns fear into readiness. Step 3. Take care of your body. This might surprise you, but how you feel physically really affects your confidence. When you sleep well, you feel stronger. When you move your body, you feel more energy. When you stand up straight, you actually feel more confident. It's true. Your body and your mind are connected. Here's a simple thing you can try right now. Sit up straight. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your head up. Just doing that, you feel a little more confident, don't you? There's even a word for this. We say, stand tall. It doesn't just mean your body. It means feel proud, feel strong. Let's say it. Stand tall. Stand tall. So, take care of your body. Sleep enough. Move a little every day. And when you walk into a room, stand tall. Your body sends a message to your brain, and your brain believes it. Step 4. Stop comparing yourself to others. Oh, this is a big one. Maybe the biggest confidence killer of all. We look at other people and we compare. She speaks English so well. Why can't I? He's so successful. What's wrong with me? And every time we compare, we feel smaller. And these days, with social media, it's worse than ever. We see everyone's best moments, their perfect photos, their happy days, and we compare our normal, everyday life to their highlights. But here's the truth. That comparison is not fair. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. You see your struggles up close, but you only see their success from far away. Let's learn a phrase that really helps. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's the only comparison that matters. Not you versus that person online. Just you versus the you from yesterday. Are you a little better than before? Then you're winning. Say it with me. The only person I compete with is myself. The only person I compete with is myself. And you know what? Your English right now is better than it was a year ago. Maybe better than a month ago. That's your progress. That's your win. Nobody else's journey matters, just yours. Okay, let's take a quick pause. If you're enjoying this, if it's helping you today, please give the video a like. It really does help the channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Daily Speak English Podcast. I make new episodes every week just for you. Okay, let's keep going. Step 5. Do things that scare you. Just a little. Now, I don't mean dangerous things. I mean the small, everyday things that make you a little nervous. Here's how confidence really grows. Every time you do something that scares you and you survive, your fear gets a little smaller and your confidence gets a little bigger. Let me give you an example. Let's say speaking English on the phone scares you, so you avoid it. You send a text instead. But every time you avoid it, the fear stays big. Now imagine you make one phone call, just one. It's a little scary, your heart beats fast, but you do it. And afterwards, you think, oh, that wasn't so bad. And the next call is easier. We have a saying in English for this. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You don't have to wait until the fear is gone. The fear might always be there a little. That's fine. You just do the thing anyway. And each time, you get stronger. So this week, try one small thing that scares you a little. Speak English to one new person. Ask one question in a meeting. Send one voice message. Just one small, brave thing. Say this with me. I can be scared and brave at the same time. I can be scared and brave at the same time. Because that's what courage really is. It's not the absence of fear. It's doing the thing even though you're afraid. Step 6. Celebrate your progress. This one is so easy to forget, but it matters so much. When you do something well, notice it. Celebrate it. Even the small things. So many of us only focus on what went wrong. We finish the day and think about our mistakes, but we forget all the things we did right. So tonight, Before you sleep, try this. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Maybe you spoke a little English. Maybe you were kind to someone. Maybe you just got through a hard day. That all counts. Let's learn a phrase. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. This means recognize your own effort. Be proud of yourself. Because if you only ever criticize yourself, you'll never feel confident. But if you celebrate your wins, even the small ones, your confidence grows and grows. Say this with me. I am proud of how far I've come. I am proud of how far I've come. And I really mean that for you. The fact that you're here, listening to English, trying to improve, that's something to be proud of. Not everyone does that, but you do. Now, let me slow down for a moment and tell you a little story. Just relax and listen. There was a woman named Elena. Elena wanted to speak English at work. She understood a lot. She could read emails, she could listen. But when it was time to speak in a meeting, she went quiet. She was too scared. Every meeting, she had good ideas, but she kept them inside. She thought, my English isn't good enough. People will laugh. I'll say something wrong. And after every meeting, she felt bad. She'd think, why didn't I say anything? I had a good idea. Then one day, Elena decided to try something. Just one small thing. She promised herself she would say one sentence in the next meeting. Just one. It didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be one sentence. The meeting came. Her heart was beating fast. Her hands were a little shaky, but she waited for a good moment and she said her one sentence. I think we should try a different approach. That was it. Simple. And you know what happened? Nothing bad. People nodded. Someone said, that's a good point. And Elena felt something new. A little spark of confidence. The next meeting, she said 2 sentences. Then 3. A few months later, she was speaking freely, sharing her ideas. And her English? It got better too, because she was finally using it. Elena didn't change overnight. She didn't suddenly become a different person. She just took one small, brave step, and then another, and another. And that's the whole secret, really. Confidence isn't a magic gift that some people have and others don't. It's built, one small, brave step at a time. And if Elena could do it, so can you. Now, let me talk to you directly, from the heart, especially if you're learning English. I know it's hard. I know that feeling when you want to speak, but the words get stuck. I know that fear of sounding silly, of making mistakes. I really do understand. But please hear me. Your English does not need to be perfect. It never needs to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough to connect with another human being. And it already is. Every time you try to speak, even if it's not perfect, you are being brave. And that bravery is beautiful. It's so much more attractive than perfect grammar. People connect with warmth and effort, not with perfection. So please, don't wait until your English is perfect to start speaking. That day never comes, not for anyone. Start now with the English you have today. It's enough. You are enough. Let's say something together and really mean it. My English is good enough to start today. My English is good enough to start today. Now, let's review some of the beautiful phrases we learned today. Say them with me, out loud, and let them sink in. Confidence comes from within. Confidence comes from within. Confidence is a skill I can build. Confidence is a skill I can build. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Every mistake helps me grow. Every mistake helps me grow. Small wins build big confidence. Small wins build big confidence. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. I am proud of how far I've come. I am proud of how far I've come. Beautiful. These aren't just English phrases. They're little reminders you can carry with you every day. Now it's your turn to think. I'll ask you a few questions. Just answer them in your head in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Just try. Question 1. When do you feel most confident? What are you doing in that moment? Question 2. What is that unkind voice in your head saying to you? And what kinder thing could you say instead? Question 3. What is one small, brave thing you could do this week? Something that scares you just a little. Question 4. What is one thing you did well today?
Something you can be proud of, even if it's small. Take your time with those. Really think about them. Because these questions, if you answer them honestly, can slowly change how you see yourself. Well, my friend, we've reached the end of our time together today, and I hope you're leaving with a little more belief in yourself than when you started. Let's remember the big ideas. Confidence is a skill you can build. It comes from within. Be kind to yourself. Start with small wins. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Compare yourself only to who you were yesterday, and celebrate your progress every step of the way. But most of all, remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You just need to take one small, brave step today. Here's your homework. In the comments below, tell me one thing you're going to do this week to be a little braver. Write it in English. I read every single comment, and it honestly makes my day. If this episode helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to Daily Speak English Podcast. It really helps me keep making these for you. And listen, I believe in you. I really do. The fact that you stayed until the end tells me everything I need to know about you. You're someone who's trying, someone who's growing, and that's what matters most. I'm David. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Keep practicing, keep being brave, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.